What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm just gonna be very truthful and honest in this video. I haven't been posting a lot, and that what I'm about to be honest about has a lot to do with that. So before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Join the family. We're a fun bunch. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I guess you could say this is a little bit of a life update. Honestly, I haven't been posting a lot. I haven't been posting at all because I've just been really going through some stuff. Last time I talked to you guys, I had just gone to the psychiatrist to get the medicines prescribed for me, and I got it filled. And for a while, I just kind of sat there and looked at it because, I don't know, I think for a while, I've been in denial about this bipolar thing, like the extent of it. I feel like I've really been in denial about my mania. And just like discovering what bipolar means for me. You know, what people don't realize is that bipolar means different things for different people. This disorder is very much developed because of like trauma and lack of expression of feelings, just like a lot of different things. I feel like for a long time I was putting the stigma that everybody else put on, you know, bipolar and anything other than, well, really mental health in general. I feel like I was putting that on myself because, you know, being depressed is one thing, but being bipolar is another. And, you know, for a long time I feel like I didn't want to accept it. By the way, braids by Chinatown, period. See, we got these ends curled, but I've been wanting to get knotless braids for a while, so I'm really happy with my results. Anyway, I don't know. I was angry for a while when I found out because I felt not normal. I didn't know what was really me and what was like the bipolar, the mania and stuff. But you know what, y'all? You really have to do your research. A, B, you really have to do the research within yourself as well, because, you know, I was reading Jennifer Lewis's book and she's bipolar. You know, a lot of great people that we look up to are, you know, have mental issues. Chris Brown is bipolar, so is Jennifer Lewis. Robin Williams. What's Princess Leia? She was bipolar. You know, so it's just like you really have to figure out what it is, what it means for you. So with that being said, what I figured out it means for me is 75 to 85% of the time, I am like this. Chilling, cooling, calm. If anybody knows me, I am calm. Like, I've been in some situations where I should have turned up on people, girl, where I've remained calm, and I should have really turned up. So, but the other 25 to 15 to 25, excuse me, 0, 100, no in between. Either if I'm mad, then I am mad, like furious. Or if I'm sad, then a bitch is just fucking sad. Do you hear me? Like, sad. I like to the point where, like, it's just severely sad. I remember the most recent time that I was sad, that like pushed me to call back my psychiatrist. I was so sad I couldn't move. Like, I sat down in this spot where I am right now all day. Like, I couldn't do anything. I was so sad. I was just crying, and I had to just go to sleep because it was that overwhelming. I booked my appointment with my psychiatrist, and now I'm actually taking my medicine and stuff like that. That really helped me realize, like, okay, Courtney, there's something going on. And, you know, talking to somebody and talking with my therapist really and taking her seriously, because it's just like, you know, you can go to therapy and all that good stuff and you have your aha moments in therapy, but if you don't do the work outside of therapy, then you're just gonna be stuck in the same place. And for a while I never really did the work outside of therapy, but now, you know, I have been, like, slowly but surely, because she, you know, been asking me to work out and stuff, and you know, I haven't been going, but I'm going back into training for dance, so there's that. I'm excited. I just developed laziness over the years, but and then most recently I slipped into a manic state. And usually when I slip into a manic state, I am unaware, but this time I was very much aware. I think the sadness that I was experiencing was a part of that. I was really just going through some stuff with my family, and that kind of reminded me of the environment that I was in when I was 12 through, where was I on my 18th birthday? 18. And that was hard. That was really hard. And when stuff like that presents itself, the first thing I do is run away, because I can't deal with it. I just can't. Because it's too much. It's like years of built up feelings. Because, you know, I realized that I actually have intimacy issues. I have a problem with being vulnerable, not just with people, but with myself. And so that's why I just can't even deal with those feelings when they pop up, because it hits really hard because of all the other stuff that I've like pushed down for years. And honestly, right now making this video is hard because, you know, a lot of the feelings that I have pushed down are resurfacing, and because they have to get dealt with. And that's probably one of the hardest things, doing it as an adult, because it's just like, me personally, I don't want it to interfere with my job. That's the number one thing. I need this job to be able to do the things that I want to do. A, B, wow, car note. I got a new car. Well, two, I guess you could say, but I got a new car and I have a car note now. Before, my old car was paid off. I was paying for it at first, but then my dad ended up paying for it because he promised me that he would get me a car when I was 18, because my brothers did, but he couldn't at the time, so I just ended up getting it myself. But then I was going through stuff mentally at the time, because I've been struggling with this for a while. I was running away. I've been running away for a long time. And so, yeah, he was paying it. Then he paid it off. So, you know, I got spoiled with that. And so now I need this job. And so I don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize that. So that's also another reason why I really want to get my emotions together, because this is a stepping stone to what it is that I really want to do. And I'm afraid that, you know, if I have a session one day, that I'm going to start acting some kind of way at work because of a feeling that was brought up, that hasn't been dealt with, but it was brought up in therapy. So I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with that. It's very overwhelming for me, because I just know that this time is the time for me to get myself together. And I don't know how I'm supposed to deal with that. I guess I have to talk to my therapist about that. But yeah, y'all, I don't know. I just wanted to really give you guys a life update, also an update on this stuff, because after putting the stigma on myself and doing the research, I really want to shed light on this situation, because it's just like, people really don't know. They just know what they see in movies and stuff like that. First of all, there are two different types of bipolar. Bipolar 1 and bipolar 2. The difference between them, I'm not exactly sure. I read it in a book not too long ago. But the gist of it is one of the two, I'm not exactly sure. I think I have bipolar 2. And I think bipolar 1 is the mania is way more severe versus bipolar 2. You still have mania, but it's more like emotions. I have to read the book again, but I think that I'm right. That's pretty much the gist. I'm pretty sure I'm right. That's pretty much the gist of it. So, that's that. Okay. Also, you also need to take into account people's circumstances and how they grew up, because a lot of times how people grew up determines how they interact in the world. It really does, because it's just like your family is the first bond that you build in life. That's the first social interaction that you get. And so imagine being a child, being an adolescent or whatever, and you know, learning and your brain is developing and going through a toxic environment. That's hard. That's one of the hardest things. Any kid who is dealing with that right now, and if an adult tries to minimize it, write about it or talk to somebody else. Find somebody, because your feelings are valid and they're real. And it makes me cry because kids really be out here hurting themselves, because in here is too much. It's too much. And I feel that because it is. You can be in a room and think the whole room is talking about you, and they are honestly and literally the only person who's talking about you is you. Literally. I know with me, I started to know something was wrong when I told my mom in like middle school that I was getting bullied really bad, and she didn't believe me. Because in elementary school, all of my teachers said I was a social butterfly. Elementary school and middle school, two different worlds. And I got bullied really bad. Whether I wasn't getting beat up or nothing. And that's also another reason why she didn't take it seriously, because it's just like I wasn't getting beat up. Well, in the times that we live in now, you know, niggas isn't doing that because you'll go to jail. Where she grew up, niggas was just, you know, motherfuckers was just getting their ass beat. But, you know, kids were hurting me with words, spreading rumors. Nobody wanted to be my friend. People were ridiculing me and embarrassing me over stuff that I had no idea why they were mad. Like, it's like people would just, it was bad in middle school. 8th grade was better. 7th grade, the end of 6th grade and 7th grade were probably the worst years of my life in middle school. And then 8th grade was, I'm trying to think, 8th grade was all right. 9th grade was really good. I feel like 10th grade is always like an awkward stage because you're just there. 11th and 11th grade was good. 11th grade was good. 12th grade was really hard. Because I don't know why, but people just like to spread rumors about me. And I mind my business. And I'm not sitting here trying to act like a victim or nothing, but you know, that was just like the common denominator in high school. My mama likes to say, you know, they was jealous and stuff like that, but my thing is, bitch, we can be cool. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, it can definitely start there. It starts there. I don't care what anybody says. It starts there. You are not born with this shit. You're not. Just not. We have a clean slate when we born. Then when we go home, that determines a lot of shit. I wanted to come on here and really shed light and hopefully help somebody not feel really alone, because, you know, for a long time and I still struggle with this. I felt alone and misunderstood and judged and looked at like, like crazy, especially after the stuff with the stuff that I saw with Jennifer Lewis, because I was reading her book, and freaking a lot of the stuff that she did, I did, just kind of like in a different way. You have to read the book, it's really good. I got the Audible version because I'm a visual learner, a auditory learner, and then when I have it in front of me, it's weird because it's like I kind of have a photographic memory sometimes, but yeah, I retain it better in my ears, especially if I have the hard copy as well. Then it's in stone. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know, I just got a lot of clarity in reading her book, because she's like, I feel like this and this happened, so I did this and da 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 da. And so it very much like made me aware of my mania, because this last manic state that I was in was a dangerous one. It was very dangerous, because like when the little girl in you feels neglected and abandoned, you will do... Okay, let me explain it like this. When I was going through the stuff that I was going through with my family, it very much triggered the little girl in me. And so when she gets triggered, me and her switch places. I'm Courtney. I'm like, this is normal me. I'm like, this is me at 75 to 85% of the time. Funny as hell. A light, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. The other bitch, she is crazy. She's erratic. She's emotional. She is irrational. And she's hurt. And that is who leads our decisions when she feels triggered and stuff. Okay? And so this last manic state, I knew I was in it though. I knew what I was doing. I knew that I was running away from that, but I let it get manic instead of dealing with my feelings. And so I don't know, this last manic state, I don't know what was different about it. I guess because I was still in therapy. Usually when I step into manic states, I stop therapy. The last two that I had, the one that I had before the one that I had a few months ago, I want to say it was about 2 months ago, almost. Prior to that, I had one 6 months ago, 6 months prior to that. And so I'm realizing that, I make progress in 6 months, and then I feel myself about to move to the next level, and I'll do something to move me back down. And so then that's what being in therapy has very much helped me. Like, it's a mirror. It's showing me myself. And so, I've been journaling and stuff more, like she's told me to. And so in that, it's just really helping me discover my behaviors and my triggers and what I do when I get a trigger, and how I can prevent it and all that stuff. It's just really about knowing you. That's what it's about. It's about knowing you and giving you what you need and what you deserve. Then everything else will fall into line. Me personally, I need to do that before I can interact with anybody's son, because I have intimacy issues. I can't be vulnerable with people right now. I can, but I don't like to. It gives me too much anxiety. So until I can take care of that, I can't be in a relationship. I don't want to make anybody's son toxic. I don't want to do that. And right now I might be a little toxic. In a relationship anyway. Oh, because honey, I have trust issues. For real. I just don't believe people. I don't know. That's just I genuinely feel that way. And it's going to take some more real hard work for me to not feel that way. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I have to say about that. So the reason I came on here, I started this process being very open and honest with you guys, and to shed light on this process and all that stuff. I'm kind of hot. To shed light on this process. But for a while, I was going through a lot, and I didn't know what to say and how to say it. But that's not me being genuine and authentic. I feel like I need to really show you guys who I am, show myself who I am, and let you guys know, especially anybody that might be struggling with this same thing. It's okay. And you're not crazy. You're not a bad person. Bad people are people who kill people because they like it or because they feel like it. Bad people are people who rape people because they feel like it. Bad people are people who do inappropriate things to children because they feel like it. Bad people are people who put innocent people in harm's way because they feel like it. If you are not any of those things, you are not a bad person. You are just somebody who has been hurt. And a lot of the times when we're hurt, we want to hurt people. You need to take the time to figure out you and to give you the attention that you're trying to get from somebody else. Because think about it. If you're not giving yourself the attention, then how are you going to know what to tell somebody else to give you? Let's have a conversation. Like, for example, somebody wants to surprise you with your favorite wine, but you don't know what you like to drink. Or somebody wants to surprise you with a shopping spree, but you don't know what you like to wear. So you just get anything. So you choose anything because it was presented to you and you never had it before. Oh, that was a gem. Damn. So yeah, it's not selfish to get yourself together before you present yourself to the world. That is the number one thing that we're supposed to do. Get ourselves right with ourselves, obviously God too, so that we can present ourselves to the world and make something better for somebody else. The person who did whatever it is that you want to do before you made it so that you could be able to do it. And so now it's your turn to do whatever it is that you want to do on another level so that you can make the way for somebody else. It's okay not to be okay, but you can't stay that way. You cannot. Talk to somebody. If you don't want to talk to anybody, write it out. Do what it is you need to do, but take care of you. Take care of you. Take care of you. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And you can talk to somebody. I feel very fortunate because my therapist has known me for a very long time. So she can just look at me and read, what it is that I might be going through, or she can just look at me and tell something's wrong. I know that and you know what? I know that going through therapy can be very discouraging, and looking for a therapist can be very discouraging because it's just like, I've had some therapists where I feel like they just weren't listening to me or just kind of telling me whatever. I've had one like that. But once you find somebody stick with them. And then if it gets hard, that's when you have to push through. It's okay to stop if you feel like, because it's okay if you've stopped or if you stop, but you got to keep going. I've stopped many times. I've been in therapy since I was 15, but I've stopped over the years. This is the first time that I've ever taken therapy seriously. I've been in therapy for 8 months. And you don't have to tell people. That is no one's business. If you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to, write. Or if you feel like people don't understand, write. Because that will really show you, and then that will push you to get the help that you need. You know, I'm doing this because I put the stigma on myself, and that really put me in a dark place. And so you can't, I'm making this to let people know we are all going through something, and it's okay. And if you're going through like this whole mental health thing, it is okay. You are okay. It's okay not to be okay, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And I hope I'm not talking in circles, but if you take that first step, God will take 7. Yeah, I really pray that this helps somebody. I pray that this lets you know there's nothing wrong with you. Yeah, you might have a mood disorder, but you can fix it. Just like with me, I have the intimacy issues and stuff like that. I can fix it. You don't have to be miserable. You just don't. So I really pray that this helps somebody. I hope that this pushed somebody to take that first step, or leave that abusive boyfriend, or decide to take that antidepressant or whatever it is, or to make that appointment. I'm really trying to figure this stuff out and maneuver through regular life. A lot of people are too, but they feel alone in it. And so I just really hope that these videos help people not feel alone and not feel like this only happens to them. I mean, I never thought that I would be bipolar, but I am. But it's okay, because I'm still gonna go after my dreams, and I'm still gonna do everything it is that I want to do. And you can too. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I will have more content and stuff dropping soon. I gotta get back into YouTube. I was depressed for a while, so I stopped doing it, but I'm coming back and I'm better than ever. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be you. Don't try and be anybody else, because there's literally only one you, and that's for a reason. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until the next time. Bye.